Well then, how is it going, guys? My name is Mr. OnesieBanette, and we are back again in the hallowed halls of Kobacon Academy for some more Pokemon Academy Life Forever. And to be quite honest with you all, I didn't expect to be back here so soon. Last night, I had just gotten back from a late shift, which means I work from 12 PM till 10 PM, and it takes me about an hour to get home. I got home, had some food, got into bed ready to go to sleep for the next day of work. And about 1 o'clock, as I'm settling down, I have a look at Discord and I see that the new update has dropped. Week 8 is here and we are now on version 7.29b, which is pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. Because, firstly, I wish it had dropped a little bit earlier in the night, because then I might have actually had some time to record it before I went to bed. But we've set an alarm nice and early today. I believe today is the 30th of July? Is it July or August? I think it's July. I don't know what's going on with me. But yes, it's the 30th of July today, so I've got up bright and early to try and get some of this recorded before I have to nip off to work again. So, I'm excited! I didn't think we'd be coming back here so soon. I do have some other Pokemon Academy Life related stuff in the works. And when I say in the works, I mean like deep in the works, very nearly finished. But we have actually got this going on. So, without further ado, let's jump back into right where we left off last time, which is right here in this this lovely main file, which is over a month ago now, May the 23rd. So that's pretty cool. So let's jump right back in here into this lovely conversation. Oh, what did I just miss? I skipped straight past something, and now I can't go back. My options are Warlock, Fighter, Paladin, Ranger, Berserker, and unfortunately Bard. For what? I can't go back. Yes, I can. Let's try that again. It appears this save file is loading data from before the dungeon rework. In the new system, you are required to select a class which comes with corresponding abilities based off your traits. Your options are Warlock, Fighter, Paladin, Ranger, Berserker, and unfortunately Bard. Okay, so they're based off of our traits. Now, in previous iterations of Pokemon Academy Life, these didn't do anything. They were just stats that were there and pretty to look at. They gave you some different dialogue choices, but they were very inconsequential, and it was a case of saying, yes, I know the answer, or, ooh, I remember this question, you know, sort of very different flavors of the same route. But it's cool that they're actually going to have an impact on certain things. I'm looking forward to seeing what the dungeon rework is like, and hopefully I will go back and show you that at some point. But, yeah, these are actually going to mean something now. Also, before we continue any further, there are a few retcons that have happened in this this update. The first of which, Jasmine no longer uses a cane. She's still afflicted with every other malady under the sun, but she no longer uses a cane. So a very, very small win for Jasmine. That will become story relevant later, I'm imagining. And also the other one is that Eri is no longer going to be a part of the battle team at this moment. Her scenes have been rewritten to write her out of those scenes because Freud has some different plans for her later on down the line, which I think is really cool. And there is one more retcon that has happened, and that is that in the battle team, speaking of the battle team, they do still have some little surprises left, and one of those surprises is now from May the 5th, I believe, you will start seeing battle team uniforms on every character that competes in the battle team, which I think is really, really cool. I'll show them on screen right now because they look very, very cool. All of the artists that have been cooking them up have been absolutely smashing it, and I cannot wait to basically just experience the game again, but with these extra bits. Maybe I'll do a stream of the full thing at some point just to show you all the differences, but for now, those are the retcons, and there's a load of updates and whole new story stuff, so yeah, let's just get into it and see what's going on. But for now, I think Law, Smarts, Cunning, and Learning. So that's Knowledge, Wit, and Patience? Ideally, I want Knowledge, Charm, and Wit. Does anything have Knowledge, Charm, and Wit? Is that Patience or Charm? Knowledge, Wit, and Patience. Damn it. Nothing's going to have Knowledge, Wit, and Charm. Screw it, we'll be a Warlock though. I always play like ranged wizards when I play D&D, so. Tell us then, what is it that has the international police so concerned? What do we have to fear? Eternity. I do not remember what voice I gave Annabelle, so we'll roll with it. So yes, this is where we left off last time. We had these lovely eyes peering into the darkness, and it goes something that I think looks a bit like a sable eye. But yeah, we have this amazing thing here. And we can finally move forward. Gardenia drops us off 700 Poké-Dollars, and we are now going to be returning with Professor Oak in our first homeroom with him since the swap has come back. Ow. I don't know why I've just punched my microphone. Old Man Oak is back. Great. I missed him. But I am concerned about how the other students will react.
Class, I'd like to teach you possibly the most important thing I will ever teach this year.
You could hear a pin drop.
If there's anything that my years of study of Pokemon human psychosociology has taught me, it's that reputation is worth less than nothing. One should be judged by their actions, their skills, and their words. Reputation is attributing value to something based on nothing but one believes other people consider its value to be. Why, if that was the sort of anti-scientific thought I was interested in, I would have invested in the stock market.
That went down like a lead balloon.
Professor Cherry has done all of you a great service, and she has done an even greater one for me. And it seems that I, in my hubris and in my belief in what others say of me, thought my procedures and methods infallible. The data that is so apparent to me now is not one I'd considered until Professor Cherry, and her class, in all honesty, made clear what some of my blind spots have been. Well, that was all I intended to say on that matter. I can't work on my abilities as a teacher if I spend all my time engaged in self-flagellation. Now that it's become apparent that, well, to me, that I have not been adequately preparing you for the tests you're taking, I will now remedy that.
Huh? Did Old Man Oak have some kind of epiphany?
Your test this evening is a simple one. In contrast to that, the test that will be given... Your test this evening is a simple one, in contrast to the test that will be given on Thursday. Who here can explain the concept of coverage moves? Miss Burlitz?
Me? Oh, jeez. Sorry, yes.
Sorry, my screen just turned off.
Sorry, yes, I can. Coverage moves are moves a Pokemon is trained to learn to be able to compete with Pokemon that aren't weak to their primary type, or types.
Correct! The list of coverage moves every Pokemon might have is massive, and not something I would recommend one to try and memorize.
I've got most of them in here, mate. My years of Draft League experience can tell me precisely what most kinds of Pokemon's coverage will be. Most electric types will randomly learn Ice Punch, or stuff like Zebstrika will randomly get stuff like Overheat. I'm pretty good with my coverage. Like, when you start having to use Pokemon in Draft League and you have to like scour through their movesets, you kind of get imprinted what kind of moves things can learn. It's surprising how much random coverage certain Pokemon get. Honestly, I love it. I really do love it. But yeah, I would ace a coverage moves test. If you gave me a test of like, what coverage moves does this Pokemon learn? I could probably tell you that it learns like Rock Smash at level 15 or something.
Many matchups that seem like foregone victories can easily become lost causes if one of the two has a single key move that turns the tide in the opposite direction.
For example, Trumbeak and Toucannon will normally struggle against, bulkier rock types, but Toucannon learns Bullet Seed and has Skill Link, so quite reliably, Toucannon can take on a majority of rock-type Pokemon that would otherwise be able to beat it 1v1. Those sorts of random coverage moves are very important. Learn your types, learn your matchups, study them on PokemonShowdown.com.
I keep Earthquake on my Altaria to deal with steel types that you would normally have difficulty dealing with.
Now, Dawn, I'm going to get to you in a moment, because that is not quite the best, most optimal way to be running your Altaria. You are running your Altaria as a mixed variant, and that means that you're running inoptimal EV spreads to deal with the most common threats to a Mega Altaria. For example, you have no way of dealing with like specially defensive Skarmory and Corviknight, which is one of the most common things in the OU metagame. Your moveset would be better off focusing more on the special side since you're running Hyper Voice. You should change that Earthquake out for Fire Blast or Flamethrower, which Altaria does learn, which would mean that you would be able to put all of your EVs into the special attack stat without having to diversify and split EVs and make it inoptimal. Earthquake, it's fine, but it's not the most optimal it could be, and those sort of optimizations are what can win you games. Life lessons with Onesie! I nerd out on this game way too much, man.
That's an excellent example, yes.
It's excellent, but an inoptimal one.
Dr. Katsura, Instructor Blaine to you, mentioned once he was battling a trainer who possessed a Feraligatr. Only Blaine's Rapidash and the foe's Feraligatr were strong enough to battle. Dr. Katsura's Rapidash had the speed advantage, but that advantage does not mean much if one is not capable of landing a finishing blow before becoming knocked out yourself. However, his Rapidash had a trick up its sleeve, Wild Charge. By using a move the challenger did not expect, a move that many Rapidash do not know, Dr. Katsura was able to take his challenger off guard and defeat him. It may interest you to know that that challenger was none other than Champion Lance himself. What? This expresses the importance of coverage moves. They allowed a gym leader to beat a champion. Dr. Katsura's fire-type moves would have failed to have any impact on Champion Lance's dragons and water-type, but through clever moveset creation he was able to pull out a victory. Granted, Lance was not a champion at that time. Lance doesn't use a Feraligatr. No, not anymore. I'm not certain, but I believe he retired that member of his team shortly before his attainment of the Kanto champion.
Yeah, that was a really weird thing to say. Like, I don't know why I struggled to get Kanto champion. That struggled to come out of my throat. That's what she said. Oh, God.
Perhaps he would divulge more details to members of his battle team, if you were to ask. Now, some Pokemon have far more coverage options than others. My specialty, normal types, for example, are particularly...
I don't know why I'm in a weird mood today. It's Pokemon Academy Life before work. It does weird things to me. Huh? Who's that? I don't know. Is it... You turn around in your seat to see who the mysterious clapper at the back of the room is. That is Lawrence. That is Lawrence. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, so for those of you who don't know, this mother flipper right here is the antagonist for Pokemon the Movie 2000. The Collector. Lawrence the Collector. Baron Lawrence III, I believe his name is. And I think he is one of my favourite Pokemon villains of all time. But he is going to be a pain in the ass for me to voice. Because one, he's British, which it's kind of difficult for me to differentiate between British voices. And two, his voice is very deep, a little bit like this. So it's going to be very difficult for me to diversify between him and Lance. But this guy's sick. Look at his eyebrows. Look at his eyebrows. Those are sick. Also, we got a little bit of CG of a guy just clapping his hands. It's pretty cool. Brava, bravo, and bravi. Huh? Who's this guy? Is he on a floating chair? Magnificent, magnificent, and magnificent, my esteemed Sam Oak. Truly, you are a genius atop your field, an intellect beyond compare, a paragon of education.
Why, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of a lesson right now, so...
Sam. Surely you have 3 seconds to spare for your generous benefactor? Why, if you put me off, I may be concerned you've forgotten who recommended your appointment as a teacher here.
I suppose I had, actually. That was you?
Of course. Oh, Sam, you wound me. In any case, please, this will only take 3 minutes.
Well, what can I help you with then?
Oh, it's just the most delightful thing. Why, this class of yours, I can't help but notice it has 32 students.
Well, yes, 32 is within the range of classes size recommended by the dean.
Oh, splendid. It's exactly the illustrious Drayden I wanted to talk to you about. You see, of course you see, he said that my darling niece, who had a very hard time last year, may rejoin the school if I could find a teacher that would take her into his homeroom. Why, think about it, dear Sam Oak. Consider this. Who else could I go to? Chris? No. Such a suggestion is preposterous. And since you weren't here last year, I'm certain you wouldn't have any of those nasty, awful, distracting prejudices. No?
No?
No. Splendid. I'll send her along for afternoon homeroom then. Really, this is more of my generosity. She's a fantastic student. Quite simply the best. More importantly, this brings your class size up to 33. A much better number, wouldn't you say?
I'm not seeing how this number 33 is any better than...
Well, dear Sam Oak, for a genius, you are surely bad at numbers. I'm sure you'll see it at some point.
Yes, I suppose. Let's discuss a few details first, if you wouldn't mind.
I have 3 minutes, perhaps. Professor Oak and the strange man retreat to a corner of the room, discussing logistical arrangements. Slowly, the quiet whispers between your classmates become a dull hum.
Hey, does anybody know that guy? No, but I don't like him. Only I get to run rings around Professor Oak.
You can run rings around an onion. If Gramps is letting this guy get what he wants, there's something in it for him or us.
Dunno. He seemed pretty good before this guy showed up, but as soon as that chair guy started his fast talk, the prof kind of folded.
He knows what he's doing. Just give him a second. You're biased. And you're stupid.
I feel like I should know this man. I'm sure I've seen his face before. Huh. I feel like we'd remember him if we knew him. There can't be too many people who use floating chairs to get around. You rack your brain for any sort of connection, but you're pretty sure you've never seen him before. Though something about him still feels oddly familiar. Wait. Oh god, no, he's not related to Tyr, is he? Oh shit, I'll never be able to unsee that. I wonder if he's also Walter Marie's.
Alright, students, let's continue the lecture. I have a lot of ground to make up, and I can think of no better way to do that than talk about the ground itself. Terrains, that is. Now...
Oh, but dear Sam Oak, where are your manners? You haven't introduced me to your delightful students.
Right you are. I suppose it slipped my mind. Students, this is Lawrence, a board member, and... is there some sort of issue?
An issue, dear Sam Oak? No, perish the thought. I'm just concerned that if you, well, as you say, introduce me as Lawrence, your students may well be misled to think that that is my name. I'm sure you can see my concern, dear Sam Oak. You're a professional yourself, no?
Perhaps I continue to fail to see the issue. I may recommend that you introduce yourself, then?
Ah, yes. Well, I understand that your time in Pallet Town left you relatively isolated from society. It's understandable that certain modes of address may slip from your mind. Then very well. It appears I have the pleasure of introducing myself to all these fine young students. If you wouldn't mind giving me some room to, spread my legs, as it were, to coin a phrase, if you'll pardon the wit.
Excuse me?
Well, Class 1B. Such a pleasure it is to be before you here today. May I assume at least 3 of you recognize me? May and Dawn quickly share a glance, but no one says anything. Ah, so wonderful. My legacy proceeds. This is fun. For those who haven't had the pleasure, my name is Baron Lawrence Phobos III. I am a collector, coordinator, philanthropist, and many more titles besides. But for those of you with short attention spans, you are permitted to call me Baron Phobos. I won't... Talking? Wasn't it clear I was talking? Could you not hear me talking? Where did you get your title from? Beg your pardon? You said your name was Baron Phobos. A baronship is a title of prestige, a title of nobility. Which lineage gave it to you? Such an intriguing question. You see, my prestigious bloodline is descended from 3 separate royal families. So where did you get your title from? Was your father a baron? You're not paying attention, young man. As I said, I am a baron. Why I could easily lay claim to a title. Oh God, my... You're not paying attention, young man. As I said, I am a baron. Why, I could easily lay claim to a title far higher than baron, if I wished. I could be a king. Pikachu's Pokeball suddenly rocks. Whoa there, buddy. Don't fall. Where are you from? I am a proud Orange Islander from Shamuti Island, though my citizenship is that of Kobakan, which... No title of nobility shall be granted by Kobakan, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under it shall accept of any present emolument, office, or title from any king, prince, or foreign state. Kobakan's constitution, same as Unova's. You either are not a baron, you are not a Kobakanian, or you are in violation of the law. Which is it? I think I understand now. You're a member of the battle team, aren't you? That doesn't answer my question. Sit down, friend. I was a student here once upon a year. Oh, my beloved Kobakan, whose walls sing songs of ancient collections yet to be completed. That was the school song from back when I attended. But you see, when I joined, I focused primarily on my work as a coordinator. And the battle team at that time, well, they struck up quite a fuss. Why, bullies, louts, and thugs, the lot of them. Coordinators? Aren't they those girls who dress in skirts and dance with their Pokemon? Yes, I heard such things thrice a week. And of course, the battle team constantly soaked up every other club's budget, such that the noble, fine, and elegant art of coordinating was entirely sublimated to their inelegantable. That is a fucking word. Entirely sublimated to their inelegantable whims. I must confess that Kobakan's hallowed halls haven't always been a welcoming place for me, but I did love it. I loved it greatly. I hope to show that love for Kobakan again. I've heard, for example, that the Coordinator Club has recently hired Alicia as its club advisor. A fantastic pick. I couldn't have chosen better. Aside from Champion Wallace Waters, of course. Seems perhaps somebody forgot the obvious hire. I am not sure what he's saying anymore. So yes, to make a long story short, I think it's fair to say that my history with the battle team may be a tad contentious, but I won't hold that against you, my friend. Just do keep in mind my board membership affords me certain privileges.
What does that mean? Swear to God if he tries to mess with the battle team.
In any case, I believe that's all I need to say for introductions today. Ta-ta now. Do give my beloved, darling, kind-hearted niece a warm welcome, if you please. I'm sure you'll all be the best of friends.
I have loved doing a villain in a British accent that isn't Lance. That was really satisfying to voice. I don't know why, but his eyebrows are still there. I don't know if this has been addressed, but Freud, yeah, eyebrows. He left his eyebrows. Does someone want to go and give him back? Excuse me, sir, you left your eyebrows.
Oh, God.
Right, that was an unforeseen interruption. I apologize for that. I've got some more material to cover, so let's...
Oak attempts to continue lecturing on important coverage moves, but is never truly able to regain his classroom from the many whispers that arise after the chair-bound coordinator's interruption. Yeah, if some dude in a floating wheelchair decided to just randomly barge in on my class, I wouldn't exactly be, able to concentrate much after that. Okay, so it's elective time, and from what I remember of the team, it's good to see you guys back in action. Alright, we've got 2 fairy types, a dark type, and a bug type. So we're kind of just focusing on those for the moment. And as such, I think we're going to take dark class. Chose dark? Yeah, we'll go to dark class. How's Flabberdash doing? Same old. I'm trying to teach him to play dead. Any luck? I've got him to go to sleep on command. Hell yeah. General studies. There is no better... Oh, my screen turned off again. What's going on with my monitor today? There's no better type than Dark for disrupting item-based strategies. Dark Pokemon can steal items with Thief or remove them from play with Knockoff. They can even switch their own items with their opponents. That's what Switcheroo is for. Switcheroo doesn't do damage, unlike Knockoff or Thief, and giving away your Pokemon's item doesn't sound like a good idea. But doesn't saddling your opponent with a match-long burden sound better? You could stick your opponent with a Flame Orb, burning them and having their attack. You could force a Choice Scarf onto their Blissey, making it heal itself endlessly without attacking. Or you could hobble a fast Pokemon with a lagging tail, making sure it attacks last. Pretty scary, right? And with luck, you'll get something useful in return. Karen reminds the class that items are returned to their owners after battle. If you do not return your items to the other trainer after battle, you are stealing and you will go to the goddamn jail. And of course, Shiren loses a point with us. Damn it. Damn it, Shiren. So we're aiming for level 22 with Dark. So I think we'll focus on studying Dark when we can. Good morning, everyone. You're all looking young and fresh. That's not something you should be saying to people. I have to be honest, I was pretty sore after that battle we pulled on Friday. I'm not as young as I used to be. What do you mean, Bruno? Oh, don't worry about me, Bruno. I'm not about to fall over. If anything, that's proof that I'm in the right place for where I am right now. Teaching the kids who will be the next wave of champions. Although I'm pretty sure Champion Blanc is gonna hold on to Unova for a long, long time. Not if Benga has anything to say about it. Ah, now that's a firebrand. Benga. He's so much like me at this age. He has a strong sense of justice. Too strong, maybe, but I can't hold that against him. Like I said, when I was his age... Huh. Benga? Name doesn't ring a bell. Oldest grandson. Heard he's on the warpath ever since Blanc snagged the championship. Can't deny that. He really thought he was gonna be the one to beat me and take the champion title from his own grandpa, keeping it in the lineage. But champions aren't kings. The strongest gets the title, not the grandkid of the current guy. Besides, I'm sure Benga will make my daughter proud of him one way or another. I'm already proud of him, and I'd still be proud of him if he never once picked up a Pokeball. Youth is a precious gift. I hope all of you are taking advantage of yours. Bruno's very right. Take it from a guy who's getting up there. But enough of life's lessons in my family. Unless anyone wants to see some pictures, I've got a fold-out in my wallet. I may suggest we move on to the battles now. Or the shot. We're going back to basics with this week, and you know what that means. Single battles, one-on-one, one student against another. I will call out the matches. And I'm gonna call my family and see how they're doing. You've got this class covered, right, Bruno? I'm not gonna do the job I'm paid to do. I'm gonna go call my family. They are literally, they are paying you too much for how seriously you take this job. And they're not paying you enough for how seriously you take it. Perhaps I'll take that anecdote to my next salary negotiation. Now it's time to assign your opponents. Alex, please battle Dawn. Hey, Dawn.
Hi.
Hey, rival.
You may... sorry. I mean, you may have won the battle against me during the quarter clashes and the battle in the fields on Wednesday, but I'm gonna get back at you now, today. I've been training my team really hard, and I know how they fight better now.
I'm sure of it. Maybe this battle will give you some inspiration for your next piece. After all, you've just been asking me to strike the same pose from the same angle for hours at this point. Maybe some new angles could give you some new inspiration.
Shh, please, not so loud.
Sorry, but you're gonna show your sculptures to people someday, right?
Yeah, strangers though. I don't want other students to know what I'm doing. I don't want my friends to know.
I'm not sure I fully understand, but I get it. Hell yeah.
Thanks for understanding. Okay, let's go.
Let's go! First battle of the new update is against Dawn. Okay, this UI looks so nice. So from what I understand... Pokemon's behavior is different, must be specially trained. Oh yeah, I forgot they could do that. Right, so I'm not sure if I'm right about this, but I think this UI was designed by a combination of people from the Discord. I believe it was the help of Justinus Tempus and I think it was Flintlock, the two of them that worked on it. I might be wrong on that, and if I am, apologies. But I think that's two. If that's the case, this looks cool. This is a really nice little UI update. That's really quite cute, and I think it fits the game better than the old one. I mean, if you look at the old one, and the old one's fine. The next thing I think that needs updating is maybe these buttons could do with a little bit of an update, but I think it looks really cool. Good job. Right, okay, I'm not worried. I'm going for a bunch of nasty plots against this thing, and we're gonna just kill it. I'm gonna sweep. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of none of you. Set the snow up again. Do it. Okay, maybe I'm a bit scared of you. Not much though. Yeah, I ain't scared. Maybe that could have been a bit more scary if the snow wasn't there, because I get the defense boost, but yeah, Aurora's just... Ooh. Mid-fight cutscene. Hey, that's new. You didn't have a Cyclozar the last time we battled.
I caught it for Professor Cherry, but I'm not sure it fits onto my team properly. It's a bit too fast. I might trade it to someone else.
Good luck with that. I'll take it. I like Cyclozar. It's a cool one. Aurora gained 35 experience. The experience has been stored for later. People still say to me, like, Aurora is spelt wrong, but they don't realise that it is a reference. It's not actually meant to be Aurora, which I know doesn't have the first R. I'm not that, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not that, grammatically inaccurate. I'm not that inept. There we go. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Guess I've still got a long way to go before I'm back where I was before.
You're a seriously tough battler, Dawn. You'll climb back up that mountain in no time.
Oh no, I'm not upset. I thought I was past this point, but I guess I was really just standing in the foothills. I'm not upset, really. I don't mind climbing again, as long as I'm doing it because I want to. Oh, I wanted to say thank you for that delicious cake you made on Saturday. It was the best cake I've had in my entire life.
Hey, what? You're flattering me. It can't have been that good.
I really do mean it. If you can't become a champion, well, you could at least be a champion chef.
I'll keep that one in my back pocket. Sounds better than being a farmer, at least.
Oh, I just remembered. What did you think of Baron Phobos?
He's a bit of a dick. Oh. He is a bit of a dick, though, but Red wouldn't think that, but I'm kind of playing Red as me in this playthrough, so he's a bit of a dick. It looked like you and May recognized him.
He's kind of a famous figure in the Coordinators Club. He was a world-class coordinator, and after leaving Kobacon, he became a really famous collector of Pokemon relics. I didn't know he had a niece, though.
Is he still a coordinator?
Well, generally you need to move around and dance and, pose in contests.
Gotcha. I can see how he'd find that difficult, given his legs. I wonder what happened.
I get the feeling he'd share that story happily if you asked.
Maybe, but then I'd have to listen to him even longer.
Well, it looks like the bell's just about to ring, so I'll just...
Don't be a stranger. Stranger danger. No danger with you, Dawn. I ain't scared of you. You should be scared of me, though. That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I unironically said that on the phone to someone at work 2 days ago. part of my job, I have to answer phone calls from. I can't really talk too much about it, but I have to answer phone calls from like customers. But at the end of the call, I literally, unironically, without thinking, just went, "That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day." And then I put the phone down and just looked like, what is wrong with me? This game is getting into my psyche. Oh dear. I'm going to start ending my videos like that now. I think that's what we're going to do. In my upcoming Draft League stuff, I'm just going to walk up. I'm just going to look to the camera and just go, "That'll be all for today." I don't know why I've loved that so much. Anyway, back out of it. You've only just walked into the cafeteria when you suddenly notice a commotion. A group of students are surrounding some sort of argument happening at a table in the center of the room. Huh? Who the fuck are you? Pink hair. Who are you? Who are either of you? What is this music? I'm quite good with obscure Pokemon characters, and something tells me these aren't even going to be obscure. These are just going to be like characters that are like from a main game or something. I don't know.
In my way? Bad move.
Oh, Melody. Melody.
Time to look this up. Also, phone reveal. Melody Pokemon.
She's from the first movie.
Oh, the second movie. Of course! Oh, bloody hell. I recognised Lawrence instantly. Didn't recognise Melody.
Oh, no, didn't mean anything by it, Melody. I just... Oh no, everyone's staring at me.
Hey, what's happening, girl? What's happening here? Is that girl in the sunglasses harassing that pink-haired girl? You scan the crowd for someone you know and notice Yellow's signature straw hat just under your field of view. Hey, Yellow, what's happening here?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think this new girl was talking to one of the cafeteria workers, and then when Clara said
Clara. I will be right back. This is the only one of these uniforms I own, and it had to be, like, of course it had to be Clara. Love it! Oh, man.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think this new girl was talking to one of the cafeteria workers, and when Clara said something to her, she started yelling at her too.
Clara is...
One of Leaf's friends. You didn't know?
Never seen her before.
Please, I really didn't want to make you so angry.
Not
angry. Confused, maybe. I guess I just can't get into your mindset and see where you're coming from that you think any of this is a good idea. Please, please, please stop being so angry.
Okay, now you're pissing me off.
Maybe you can't hear me through all that hair. I'm not angry. Mark it, memorize it, get a tattoo of it. You know why I'm not angry? Because you literally don't matter. Water off a duck's back. Say what you want. Why are you so mean? Is it because all of those rumors about you? Literally shut up. I just want you to know that I never believed them. I really think there's good in everyone, even if you did... F you. Fight me. Wait, please stop. I don't want to fight.
Two Slowpoke? This won't be a quick battle then. Wait, that's not important. They can't be battling here.
Should we not call the disciplinary committee? They are breaking the rules, are they not? This isn't any of our business. Let's just stay out of this. Did somebody say business? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a battle of the babes. Who will win in this climactic cafeteria confrontation? The kind, cute Clara, or the newcomer, the enigmatic and mysterious Melody? The betting pool is now open. Bets start at 3-1, but
That's terrible odds. What the devil's going on here?
Eep, scram. Ugh, the disciplinary committee. I don't know who I'm rooting for less here.
Guess the fun's over. Now the bad time brigade's shown up.
please explain what's occurred here? It's really nothing. I'm very sorry, Sharon. Melody and I just lost our tempers a little bit. We were arguing, and she sent out her Pokemon first, starting the fight, and then I sent out my Pokemon too.
Is this correct? You instigated the conflict? Sorry.
Sorry, we were asking you if...
She heard. She's just not talking.
Disciplinary committee?
That is us. May I ask why you're not in uniform?
Okay, listen up. You can't touch me.
Please elaborate.
No.
Good talk. Good talk. It's almost funny. It is funny! Stop.
Stop?
Melody flips her glasses up. You're immediately struck by the piercing cold of her eyes. Eyes that contain nothing but scorn.
Guess you're not in the know. Listen up, you disciplinary dork. I don't do what I'm told. I've been pulled into Drayden's office so often I've got a timeshare there. You can run to Drayden or the student council all you want, but I'm untouchable. You've got no grip. Got it, guys? I go where I want, I act how I feel. You may be sitting on the throne, but my crown is real.
Bars. I go where I want, I act how I feel. You may be sitting on the throne, but my crown is real. Yeah. 2 + 2 is 4.
So I'm going to run in the hallways, I'm going to text in class, and if you want to die on that hill, you can just save us some trouble and off yourself right now. Mark it, memorize it. I am Melody, and I'm in charge. Clear? What do we...
Well, obviously we report this to the student council, but in a much more real sense, what do we do? At least she told us what to expect, I guess.
I love the confidence, but I have a feeling she's going to be a problem for us.
Is it the manifesto she just recited telling us she's going to be a big problem? Is that what gave it away?
Why are you always so rude? But at least try to get along with me.
We didn't take our job seriously. We tuned in to the disciplinary committee's argument as you begin to hear other arguments arise. Holy shit, dude, that was badass! She just taught a disciplinary committee a new one.
I don't know. Aren't the school rules, like, kind of important?
Oh my gosh, that girl. Do you think Melody's gonna join the nursing course?
Ugh, you liked that? That's interesting.
Horrendous is more like it. How incredibly rude of her.
Wait, Melody? As in, the Melody?
As you look around, you begin to realize the entire cafeteria has descended into a frenzy, with everyone arguing at the top of their lungs about Melody's actions. The riotous, argumentative nature gives you unnerving flashbacks. You put your hand on Flobberdosh's Pokeball and the moment passes. This time, you can speak. Sheesh. Okay, let's get out of here, bud. There's no reason to stick around and deal with this. Let's just go eat in the garden. Whoa, hi?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Life is here!
Hold on. Clara grabs your hand in a gesture that feels immensely similar to your first meeting with Leaf, and before it even occurs to you to protest... By the way, she should be British. I've just realised she should be British. She's Galarian.
Phew. Are you alright?
Yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, it was a bit loud in there, but nothing too bad.
Oh, really? I thought, I mean, with the way Sharon was so mean to you.
Yeah, that wasn't great, but he didn't, like, turn me off crowds or anything.
You're very brave. I really admire you, you know?
What? That's a bit much. I mean, we've never talked before, right?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I've wanted to talk to you for so long, ever since our first week of school. But you're so cool and handsome that I just couldn't work up the guts. It's like I have little butterflies in my stomach every time I look at you.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You probably think I'm weird, right?
No, that's very sweet of you.
Ah! Oh! Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I just realised I never even introduced myself, did I? I'm Clara.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Well, yeah, I... +10.
Does that mean you've been watching me too? Is that it? Are you actually... Have you been thinking about me all this time as well?
Sorry. I, didn't know you that well.
Oh.
I just heard your name from my friend Yellow. Apparently you know Leaf?
Oh, yes. She's a very good friend. We're besties.
Huh? Thought Leaf and I were besties.
Oh. Well, some people just say they're besties with everyone, you know? But I really mean it. A bestie with Clara is a bestie for life.
Well, Clara, thanks for being so concerned about me in the cafeteria. It means you've got a good heart, but I'll be fine.
I'm glad. I don't want to think about anything bad happening to you after... Well, you know. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but do you want to eat together?
Sure.
Yes!
Ah! My wife! My wife! You and Clara sit down on a bench together. Clara unfolds an elaborately wrapped lunchbox that looked like it had a lot of love and care put into it. Hey, just to make sure we're on the same page, you're not like trying to get close to me because of Flobberdosh, are you?
Oh, you're Pikachu? No, not at all. I liked you even before your Pikachu became special.
Why?
And I'm not much of a battler anyway. I'm more focused on the contest circuit.
Oh yeah? Are you part of the coordinator club?
Yes.
You must know Brendan and May then.
Oh.
What?
No, it's nothing. I shouldn't gossip.
Is it something about Brendan and May?
It's just, when I see how happy they look as a couple, please don't think of any yet less of me. I'm so jealous.
Nah, I know the feeling.
I mean, I've never even had a boyfriend before.
Same boat. Or a girlfriend.
Really? But you're so tall and handsome.
Yeah, it just never happened somehow.
So you and Leaf...
Nah, we haven't even gone on our first date yet.
Oh! I heard that. That keeps getting delayed.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Leaf just wants it to be perfect, but our schedules just kind of keep missing.
Well, if someone wanted something hard enough, I believe they'd have found a way to make it work.
I said this in the last update. I'm like, if you wanted it to happen, we've had plenty of free time together. If you don't stop acting like a little bee, someone else will swoop in. Like this toxic lady over here. That's the spirit.
Do you want to... I mean, with me?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Do you want to go on a date with me? If you're not busy, and if you don't hate me, we can go out tomorrow evening. I'll wear something nice if you want to. Please?
Absolutely. I hate you. I fucking hate you. I need to see what happens. I'm sorry. I need to save and I need to see what happens. Obviously, you do not actually say that, but if you reject this earnest girl's plea for a date, then doesn't it somewhat seem like that's what you're going to be saying? Maybe you should reconsider. I don't know what I'm laughing at more. You disgust me, wretched creature, wallow in the filth and muck, or yes, let's file our tax returns jointly. I can't breathe. Oh, fuck. You disgust me, wretched creature, wallow in the filth and muck. It's not often such a beautiful girl approaches you so plainly and demurely with such an innocent request. Don't you think maybe you should give her a chance? I mean, let's be honest, are you really going to be able to do any better? Let's see who your highest ranking bonds right now. Leaf, Ethan. Do you really see things working out with either of them? Come on, stay on the tracks. I would like to... I would like to play the game incorrectly.
Huh?
Sorry, Clara. You seem like a great girl, but I just met you, like 20 minutes ago. I'm not sure I should be dating someone so soon, you know?
Huh? Alex, what are you talking about? I didn't ask you for a date.
I'm pretty sure you...
Oh, you're really cute. I get it, but you don't need to pretend I said something I didn't. I know you heard me properly. It's alright. I won't hold it against you. I'll just talk to you later, okay?
Maybe I misunderstood what she was saying? I could have sworn that... Huh? Well, I don't have the best memory, I guess. Don't you gaslight me! Your stomach's lets out a loud growl. Wait, I just realised. Clara ate, but I didn't have any food with me. Ugh, I get lunch from the cafeteria. I should probably... Damn. Just one missed lunch, and I'm suddenly wondering if Kobacon is worth it. Right, okay. I need to see what happens if you pick the other route. So I'm gonna save this because I feel like if it doesn't follow, if it doesn't change the route, I'll come back and start from this one. But I need to see. I need to see what happens. I'm sorry. Go back here and click sure and get +10. Okay, so
Yay! Thank you. This really means the world to me. I'll meet you outside your dorm after classes are over, okay?
Yeah, for sure. As though in slow motion, you see Clara coming for a kiss, aimed at your cheek. Gently dissuade her. Dodge it! This is a choice. Gently dissuade her. I don't know what to pick. What is going on in this? What is going on? Gently dissuade her. Kiss her first. Dodge it. Fuck it. In for a penny. In for a pound. You close your eyes as your lips meet. Your heart beats an unfamiliar rhythm as your hands intertwine with Clara's. You feel moist. Ugh. That is not the word you. Oh God. You feel warm, moist breath where your faces meet, and you're not even sure whose it is. It's Ethan. This is not the first kiss you would always imagined, but it's a pretty damn good one. You suddenly notice that Clara's hands are getting a bit exploratory, and sheepishly pull away.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty...
My first kiss was with you. I'm so happy. I'll talk to you later, and then maybe again?
We can discuss it.
Thank you.
That was weird. That was unnaturally weird. Your stomach suddenly lets out a loud growl. Wait, I just realised Clara ate, but I didn't have any food with me. I get lunch from the cafeteria. I should probably... Just one missed lunch and I'm suddenly wondering if Kobacon's worth it. Right, that's the route I'm staying with just because I fucking love Clara. She is waifu. She's unfortunately not the person I got to play as with, because I had a copy of Pokemon Shield and Clara's only from Sword, so I had that fucking weirdo Avery. But Clara, she is my wife. She is my life. I need her in my life. That Dustox bow should have been foreshadowing to like an ultimate form of Dustox, but hey ho. Anyway.
Vika.
I know, buddy. I'm hungry too. Choose fairy. Yep, we're going to fairy class. You look like you could use some coffee. Nah, I'm good. Thanks though. I mean, I don't actually have any on me. Craft items. Do you have any item? Yeah, I've got items on. I've got pink bow and experience. I should probably take that off, shouldn't I? Give it to Borrow. What items can I craft?
Craft. You can use them to spice up your Pokemon's appearance, but there are some practical applications too. A simple pink bow, in addition to being a lovely accent piece, increases the power of your Pokemon's fairy moves by 10%. It does the same thing for humans too.
Never mind.
Perhaps you couldn't find something that complemented your wardrobe then?
Let's go to general studies.
The greatest myth of battle is its necessity. In person, or by proxy, humans have fought each other for millennia, for all sorts of reasons. This behavior is so ingrained that they forget to ask, why? The sight of a gentle fairy breaks the illusion that our Pokemon are enemies. Why should they be, when both have been raised with love? This is why many fairy-type moves, Sweet Kiss, Charm, Baby Doll Eyes, deal no damage. Instead, they reduce other Pokemon's will to fight, lowering their attack or causing confusion. After all, what Pokemon could want to injure a pure-hearted fairy?
My Landorus Therian form. Valerie explains the value of moves most delete, as in most people delete. Like Growl and Baby Doll Eyes and stuff. Classmates bond has increased. Fairy proficiency is level 22. We can level these two up now. Cool. I love how we're going double fairy on this. Like, this team would actually work as like a competitive team, because I could just use Aurora as like a screens lead into setup with Comfey. Like, it would actually work as a competitive strategy, and that's why I like this team. It's not the highest level wise. I know that I could have my my specialties, my electives, I could have them higher. But I think for where I am at the game now, having tried to showcase as much content as I can with those electives, I think I've done a very good job of keeping these guys competitive, but also slightly under-leveled. Chigiri's kind of struggling a little bit now. It's super fast, but doesn't really offer anything, so unless I can find like Swords Dance or something, it might be difficult to keep Chigiri as the ace of the team, but hey, we'll get there when we get there.
Welcome back to class, ladies and gentlemen. As you may recall from our first class, Baron Lawrence Phobos III mentioned his niece would be joining us for this class. I'm afraid I don't see you, Miss Phobos III. Would you please stand up?
That's not how titles work. She's not there.
Is she not here? I don't see her.
Yeah, there's no one new here, Professor.
Well, I suppose I'd better get started then. I want to give you as much time for the exam as possible. Let's see, I was talking about coverage. Ah, yes. One often wants their coverage moves to cover a wide array of possible opposing types, hitting as many Pokemon for at least neutral damage as possible. Electric and Ice, Ground and Rock are particularly reliable combinations, as exemplified through the combinations of Thunderbolt and Ice Beam and Earthquake and Stone Edge, respectively, known as Bolt Beam and Edgequake. Another technique that cannot be ignored when speaking of coverage moves is Hidden Power. Being a move learnable by almost every Pokemon, it is also a move that can be any type.
And I am so glad it was taken out of the game, because it is bullshit and makes the game impossible to prep for.
Curiously, a Fairy-type Hidden Power has not been able to manifest in some regions, but in Kobakan it's been observed commonly. Frankly, we're not sure why. There are theories that Hidden Power draws its power from the hidden legends of a region, or a Pokemon of immense power that watch over and guard the various regions. There simply aren't many Fairy-type legendary Pokemon to be found in other regions, perhaps explaining why these hidden powers are unable to be drawn from. This theory somewhat breaks down when one considers Kalos, though. And of course, we'd even be more hard-pressed to name a Fairy-type legend that lives in Kobakan. Never mind prove its existence. This may just be one of those mysteries we'll have to wait for Instructor Valerie to reveal someday. Oh, apologies for the tangent. I've been trying to avoid doing that. In any case, there are two more things you should know about this test. Every opponent will have the ability Wonder Guard instead of whatever abilities they would normally have. As a reminder, Wonder Guard prevents a non-super effective damage from directly damaging moves. The second thing is that it does not matter if your Pokemon faint, as long as you have one Pokemon left standing at the end. Of course, that's only true in hypothetical essay battles such as this. Such a philosophy would be looked down on with some concern by Instructor Karen, if you were to try it in a real battle.
My two electives! My two electives got mentioned! Dark and Fairy!
Right, with that covered, please take out your pencils and... remember, this will be graded! I suppose I needn't really say that before every quiz then. I'm sorry, Class 1B. This is one point where I really am just an old man set in his ways. I don't think I physically can stop saying that. Oh well. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you, Professor.
Okay, it's a level 20 Skiddo, which I'm probably going to outspeed. I've got Signal Beam, Bite, Confusion, and Swift. I've got a 1 health Electabuzz SP on Steenie. Got no item. Thunderbolt, Shockwave. So these are just regular coverage moves. This thing doesn't have any stab. This thing has Gyro Ball as its only ability, but I'm assuming it's going to be on 1 health. Okay. So the obvious first turn move here is to go into use Signal Beam, because this is a grass type, and if all the Pokemon have Wonder Guard, they can only be hit by super effective attacks, so Signal Beam to start with. Scraggy, you'd only just bent your head down over the quiz when...
Excuse me, my students are currently taking a test.
Lawrence told you to expect me.
What's the problem? Oh, you're Miss Phobos?
No. It's Melody.
Then, Miss Melody, you should be in your uniform right now.
Yeah, whatever.
Melody walks to a desk in the corner of the room and, ignoring the chair, sits on the desk, bobbing her head to some unseen tune. Jeez, this couldn't have happened at a worse time for Professor Oak. Typo. That should be worse. At a worst. Worse. Typo. You attempt to turn your attention back to the test, but Melody's dramatic entrance continues to distract you from your ability to focus on the test. Okay, so I can't hit this thing super effectively because Scraggy is dark fighting. So I'm going to need a fairy type to deal with this. Thinking. I don't know the lineup, obviously, so I'm trying to think of what would be most important to keep. We've got most coverage on this thing. Steenie is the only way I've got to hit this thing super effectively. Do I outspeed it, though? That's the issue I'm faced with here. Confusion's... I've got 3 attacks here. Who's most, least likely to outspeed something? I think I just let this go down. Yeah, let's just go for Confusion. And it's going to do a payback, and then we can go out into Steenie. And use Dazzling Gleam. Matisse. Yeah, we need Gyro Ball for that. Cool.
So what are we doing? My students are currently taking a quiz on the importance of coverage moves.
Seriously? First week material. It's, what, the end of month 2? Guess you're that teacher. Phobos told me about you.
Miss Melody, please keep your voice down and try not to distract your classmates while they're taking a quiz.
Of course. Real battlers are well known for being quiet, distraction-free environments. Brilliant. What are you even doing?
You frustratedly attempt to turn back your attention to the test, but Melody's aggravating presence continues to distract you from your ability to focus on the test. Right, so in order to beat this, I'm going to need to use Gyro Ball, because it's the only thing I've got that can hit Fairy super effectively. So, I think I'm going to have to sacrifice this thing. Use Splash. Fairy Link. I should outspeed with Wigglytuff, because Aromatisse is base 29 speed, and Wigglytuff is base 45. So we'll Gyro Ball it, which normally would do less damage if you're faster than the opponent, but hey ho. Aromatisse is down, and it's a Diglett, which I'm going to need Trail Blaze to kill.
So, are you going to give me a test, or what?
Miss Melody, please wait until the quiz is over. We can discuss when you may make this up later.
So I'm taking it after everyone else? That doesn't seem fair.
I don't see...
If I'm taking it after everyone else, then I could cheat.
Are you going to?
I could.
I trust that you will not. For now, though, please try not to interrupt any further.
Grind your teeth and keep your nose to the paper, though your concentration at this point is almost completely shattered. Alright, we're going to have to sacrifice this thing. We'll go for Charm. Right. Electabuzz is the only thing we have. We should be faster than this, because Diglett is base 90 speed. Electabuzz is base 105, and Trailblaze should kill it. Cool. It's just coverage moves. The importance of coverage moves.
I'm afraid that's the amount of time you're allotted, students.
What? No! I totally didn't get to finish because Melody was so distracting.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. That was bullshit!
I barely had time to finish! And crap, Scraggy's a fighting dark type, isn't it? Dark Faden, actually, but that doesn't really matter. I thought it was fighting dragon. I guess I should have stuck with Instructor Claire a bit longer.
I think I did alright, but everyone else had a much harder time. And right when Old Man Oak really tried to turn things around. The entire classroom is staring daggers at Melody.
Well, Miss Melody, now that the quiz is over, if you could come to the front of this classroom and introduce yourself. Who is this bitch?
Nah.
Miss Melody, I have been extremely patient. I ask for a modicum of respect. So, nah.
You're asking me to do something stupid, so I'm not going to. Introduce myself? Everyone knows who I am. I'm Melody. Mark it, memorize it. This is the part where you call the DC, by the way. DC, Disciplinary Committee. Did you not get it?
Miss Melody, I will acquiesce to your request to remember your name, but there is one thing I, in turn, will not let you forget. I am Professor Samuel Okido Oak. I am inventor of the Pokédex you carry with you. I reigned as Kanto League champion from 1966 to 1970. I am the grandfather of a battle team member and the teacher of 4 other students who are or were on the battle team. You may disagree with my methods, personality, or reputation, but I will not tolerate any further conduct that distracts or disrespects my students. Finally, I am accustomed to a certain level of respect from my students. I do not ask you to be my fan, but you have made your point. No further elaboration is necessary. Okay.
I don't hate you any more than any other teacher anyway.
Splendid.
Whoa, Professor Elk was a champion?
Dude, you didn't know?
Crazy, but what's even crazier is that Melody chick.
She was a student before? What's your problem?
You know, I heard her grades were so bad last year that she threatened a teacher and was kicked out.
Huh? No, I heard something way different. I heard she was kicked out of a different school for attacking a student, and we're only taking her back because Lawrence is paying triple.
Weird. Hearing people spreading rumors about someone else. Honestly, it's kind of a relief, but maybe I should say something? Dissuade the rumor mongers. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, let's not say anything we're not sure of. I mean, when you guys thought I could control minds, I
still do.
Okay, well, we still shouldn't spread rumors. The other students quiet down, but you can sense they're just waiting for you to leave to start talking again. You take a quick look at Melody. You can't even tell if she's looking in your direction with her sunglasses on. She's still sitting on the desk.
Well, I believe that covers everything we needed to address in today's lesson. I'll have these tests graded and back to you by tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your day, Gramps, we need to talk. Oh, now isn't the best time. There's no such thing as a best time. We need to talk now. Very well. Please come meet me at my laboratory.
What do you think that was about? I think I've got a pretty good idea. Yep.
Guess I can talk to Gramps about this after all. As soon as I tell him it lost to your Pikachu, he probably won't give it a second thought.
Oh yeah. He's probably going to tell Old Man Oak about his Eevee's new ability.
He hadn't done that yet?
Nah, you know him though.
I keep thinking I do, and then... Well, enough about him. Sound the horns, because I've got a report for you on the status of our date.
Let me guess. A meteor hit the cafe and we need to delay again.
Good sir, I am shocked and appalled. But honestly, that's completely fair. We've just had the shittiest luck setting this up.
We? We?
But nah, it's nothing like that. Just that everything's still on track for Wednesday.
Great. Looking forward to it.
I hope it was worth the wait. I've been trying to think really hard about something I thought you'd like, but, well, we're very different people. I might be completely off base.
I don't think you will be. We may be different people, but I like spending time with you. So long as we're doing something together, I'll be enjoying myself.
Keep busting out lines like that, and Professor Oak will need to call the disciplinary committee to break up a PDA.
I'm well known for my adherence to and compliance with their edicts, so naturally this is not an appealing proposition to me.
Your sarcasm is the hottest thing about you. You know that?
And here I thought it was my ability to recite every Pokemon in Pokedex order.
Actually, that's incredibly dorky, and I like my men to be meatheads whose internal monologue is the sound of a slice of bread falling over.
Thump.
You're thinking about it now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to picture what that would even sound like.
Perfect. I didn't think it was possible, but you got even better. I guess you're angling for that second date early.
Oh, that reminds me, I actually have a date for tomorrow.
Whoa. Seriously? I probably shouldn't admit this, but I was kind of hoping I'd be your first date this year.
Sorry, that was Nessa.
Oh, no, that's completely fine. I mean, I did push this off for 4 weeks. I kinda knew that something would probably happen in the meantime. Still, off by 1 day? Jeez.
No! You were off by like a whole week! I dated Nessa last week!
Well, who's the lucky person?
Clara. Think you know her?
Clara?
You seem surprised.
A little, yeah. I just had no idea she saw you that way, but that's great. I don't know her super well, but from what I do know, she's a really great girl, super kind and smart, and her Galarian accent is so posh and cute. She actually taught my Ivysaur a special move that Instructor Koga came up with. I didn't really want to attend his class personally, but since she's in his class, she helped me out. Yeah, I can totally see it. I hope you two have fun.
We'll do our best. Speaking of which, I should head out. See you back at the dorm.
See ya.
You depart.
Oh, come on. 1 day? I was beaten by 1 actual day? Grr! I mean, sure, maybe Nessa beat me first, but she's a supermodel. I couldn't compete with that anyway, but 1 day? That almost feels purposeful. The early bird catches the worm leaf. Hey, if you want some advice on setting up a date that'll sweep him off his feet, I've got some literature I can recommend. Nah, I know what I need to do. It's just embarrassing.
Oh, damn. You try to put Melody out of your mind as you resolve to enjoy your free time without interruptions. You're still quite hungry, though. Go get some food, you knobhead! Ooh, we got Skylar scene. We've got... What else we got? What else have we got? Just the Skylar scene. Do I want to read? Do I want to really read more right now? The answer to that is always yes. So let's do the Skylar scene. Rank up Skylar. You want to find Skylar? Yeah, let's go looking for Skylar.
Whoa, Alex, is that you?
Huh? Oh yeah, I was just doing some shopping. What's up?
Adventure's up. I'm hot on the tail of a couple of criminals.
Criminals?
Yeah.
And these are definitely criminals, right? Because you thought a meteor was an alien invader.
Hey, I still maintain that meteor is not entirely not an alien invader.
Right. Well, if you're trying to stop an actual criminal, shouldn't we leave that to the cops?
Cops are useless. If anyone's gonna step up and be a hero, it'll be us.
Okay. Just so I know what we're talking about, what we're walking into here, these criminals are
a pair of skinheads. They look real mean too.
And you know they're criminals because...
Well, I mean, they're bald. They were skulking.
Skulking?
Yeah, they were kinda walking side by side and, looking shifty.
Skylar, I think you might be hot on the tail of a couple of bears.
No way. I know a human being when I see one.
Alright. Well, why don't you lead me to these criminals and we'll see what mischievous deeds they're up to.
Gladly. They just went down this alleyway.
Wait. That alleyway? Skylar, stop! Placeholder. Still a placeholder.
Look, Alex, this is it. I was right. This must be their evil hideout.
Hey, Alex.
You know these rogues, Alex?
Not personally?
Well, halt, evildoers. Your Machiavellian schemes end today.
Machiavellian. Oh boy. Okay, Skylar, these guys might not be the most morally white, but the worst they'll do is steal someone's hat. Yeah, I did do that once. Me too.
See? They admit to their heinous crimes.
Skylar, you're massively outnumbered. There's a couple dozen guys as backup just 20 feet away in the shack, and their boss is a skilled trainer. But let's ignore all that and just play it out. Let's say you did manage to beat these two in a Pokemon battle. Which, let's be honest, isn't hard. Oi! Yeah, we're tough as nails! So you've beaten them now. We can assume your Pokemon will let you make them go wherever you want to bring them. What will you do with them?
Tie them up as a smidgen on the tight. Tie them up a smidgen on the tight side, then leave them for the cops.
Didn't you say the police were useless earlier? Well, whatever. How are you going to tie them up? A smidgen tightly or not? Do you have any rope? And how will you let the police know that they're here? Because if you don't, they go free. Further, are you going to leave an explanation of why you beat and tied up these trainers? Do you have evidence of their crimes? Without those, the cops start looking for you, and they go free. That's not even mentioning that vigilantism is illegal, so beating and tying up a criminal, even if they totally did do something wrong, is probably going to let them go free. Put simply, they go free. So, can we go free? Skylar?
Yeah, I guess. Dang it.
Aw, dang it. Alright, let's get out of this alleyway, and maybe you can tell me what this was about, okay?
Yeah, alright.
You spend several minutes walking together in silence until you make your way to a different part of the city, and Skylar's mood seems to improve. So, what was up with that, huh?
I want to be a hero. I always have.
Straight and to the point. I like that you know what you're about. So, like, a firefighter?
No, like a real hero. A superhero.
A superhero? That seems a bit out of reach.
Does it? Really?
I mean, yeah, doesn't it? Where would you get your superpowers from?
You've got superpowers yourself, you know.
Jeez, Phrenergy isn't a superpower, you know. Okay, maybe it is, a little bit, but it's not really.
Anyway, since I wasn't born with superpowers, I know exactly where I could get mine from. My Pokemon. Pokemon can fly, turn invisible, read minds, be super strong, be super fast. Superheroes already exist all around us, they're just called Pokemon. There has to be a way for a person to have those powers too, right?
Yeah, Lusamine tried to experiment with that, and it didn't exactly go very well, did it?
Sabrina can read minds, Bee can punch through brick, and you can make friends with anyone. There's gotta be a way, right?
I guess? Maybe?
Besides, you don't need powers to be a superhero. You just need... Well, I guess that's the problem. I don't know what you need to be a superhero. I thought that if I stopped you criminals from, I don't know, doing what they're doing, that maybe I'd be making some progress there.
Tell me more. Where did this desire come from?
Well, when you were up on that stage, or when Sabrina was being harassed by those two punks, I wanted to help. I wanted so desperately to help, but I had no idea what to do. I've always wanted to be a hero. That was my chance, and I blew it. I'm from
Let's try that again.
I'm from Mistralton City in the west of Unova, but there's a town on the east side of the region called Lentimas, and they were like really isolated, so I learned to fly so I could transport stuff over there, food and medicine and stuff.
So you had family there or something?
Nope, no connection. Well, before I got my pilot's license anyway.
So you just learned to fly planes to help out a town on the opposite side of the region that you had no connection to?
Yep.
That's insane.
I've heard that before. Heroes are it, you know? They're the best thing there is. The best kind of person. Think about other titles. There can be bad presidents, bad cops, even bad champions. But there's no such thing as a bad hero.
I mean, a hero that fails to do what they try to do is pretty bad. I guess that's true.
I want to help people, Alex. Really help them. And I want to punish those who hurt others.
You're already the one point of contact in an extremely isolated town back in Unova, and you're still doing flights for them, right?
Yeah, not as often as I used to, but my family's taken over most of my flights while I'm in Kobakan.
I can't help but feel like you're already helping people, like a lot. Doesn't that mean you're already a hero?
I thought so at first. Like, right after I got my pilot's license, for a few years, I really thought that was all I needed. But I've been doing that for a few years, and I'm kind of over it. If I'm going to be a hero, a real hero, I'm going to need to do more than just transport food and medicine to people.
So you settled on stopping criminals?
Yeah. When I graduate, I want to be a Pokemon Ranger.
Like the TV show?
What? No! Like the job. There's this one super famous and super cool ranger in Fiore. Well, actually, she's from Almia, but she lives in Fiore now, called Elita.
Ah! Elita! Right, side tangent. If you haven't played the Pokemon Ranger games, they are so fun. They are, like, probably B or A tier for Pokemon side games. They are very fleshed out, very interesting. The puzzles were very fun. The storyline was genuinely interesting. And the gameplay was actually, like, very intuitive. So, they were great games, and they had really cool final bosses in them and everything. They were. The second one's probably better than the first one, but the first one laid the groundwork. Like, they are just that good.
She's famous for this awesome skarmory she flies around with, and everyone calls her the Steel Samurai of the Sky.
Everyone?
Well, the producers of Pokemon Rangers call her that.
The producers of the job?
What? No, the show! Oh, wait, you were messing with me, weren't you?
Maybe a little bit.
Jerk. Be serious. I'm pouring out my hopes and dreams for you here.
I mean, being a ranger is a great goal, and I support that for you, seriously, but running into the middle of a city and looking for a fight just seems dangerous. And I can't see how that'll make you any more heroic, honestly.
But
if you want to be a hero, I think the best chance you have is to help people. Keep on doing what you have been doing. No one's going to think you're any less of a good person if you do the same good things every day.
yeah, but would you watch a cartoon where the hero does the exact same thing in every episode?
I didn't really watch a lot of TV, but I guess that does sound boring.
I don't want to be a fixture, Alex. I want people to cheer when they see me, not just think, oh, here comes Skylar with the food again.
Then are you really doing it for other people, or are you doing it for yourself?
If I wanted to do good things for the wrong reasons, is that so bad?
No! I don't think it's bad, necessarily. I do think there is some intrinsic value in doing things solely for other people, but at the same time, if you're doing something and someone else benefits from it, who cares whether you enjoyed it? Who cares whether you personally got anything from it? We should all strive to help other people as much as we help ourselves, and if we enjoy helping other people, if we get a kick out of it, who cares? What's the issue with that? The only issue I can see is whether people take that too far and you end up doing things that exploit other people to get your own sort of kicks, to get your own sort of value out of that. But if you're exploiting people, then you're not really helping them, so there is a conversation to be had there, but at the same time, like, you can help someone while exploiting them for your own selfish gains. Just look at Mr. Beast, for example. He makes a lot of money off of his videos, but claims he throws it all back into his, what's the word I'm looking for? That word when you throw when a rich person gives a bunch of money away. Philanthropy, that's the word. He claims that he gives all of his money back in his philanthropy efforts, but at the same time, surely he's making a bunch of money off of, like, ad revenue and, like, sponsorship deals and stuff. So, like, intrinsically, he's making money off of doing these great things for, like, taking money out of, taking sewage out of the sea, planting trees. Like, those are inherently good things, but he's making money off of doing them. So is that a bad thing because he's making money off of it, or is he just helping people and happening to be profiting in the process? It's a tough conversation to have, but I personally don't give a shit whether you enjoy the things you're doing. As long as you're helping other people, you're fine in my eyes. I genuinely have no idea. We might have to ask a professor that one. It's a bit too philosophical for me to figure out. I just answered it. Call me Professor Onesie.
Well, alright then. Let's do that.
Huh? Do what?
You suggested it. Talk to a professor, goof. Even if they can't answer what selfish good is. Even if they can't answer whether selfish good is still good, maybe they can think of ways I could satisfy my desire to be a hero. That are less likely to end up with me unconscious in an alleyway. I should probably thank you for what you did, by the way. I wasn't really thinking, and if I'd gone into that alley alone and had to face down all those thugs by myself, well, I don't know what would have happened.
Nothing too bad, I'm sure. They're not really scary, just kind of lost and bored. Besides, their boss is a very good person.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, how do you know these people? How do you know whoever their boss is? Were you secretly a part of their evil team, but then you broke away, blowing up their base as you left, but not before stealing a powerful piece of forbidden technology?
My name's not Wes, and I ain't from the Ore region. Yes, that's exactly it. Nailed it.
Yes, knew it.
Wait, you, sorry, I should have made it clear I was joking. Yeah, that's not actually the case.
Aw, but that was fun.
Sorry to disappoint. One of those thugs stole the hat of a friend of mine. I ran after him, chased them to their hideout, and then met their boss.
Oh, but when I do it, suddenly you're all vigilantism is bad, and this with great power comes with
Oh, but when I do it,
you're suddenly all vigilantism is bad, this, and with great power comes great responsibility, that.
I can guarantee I never said that second one.
Well, I remember you saying that.
You at least promise me that you won't try to start a fist fight with an entire gang before we have time to figure out alternative, safer ways of handling your hero complex. Personally, I think being part of the disciplinary committee would be enough, but if not, then...
God, fine, but being a total buzzkill.
If that's the price I have to pay to have you not literally be killed, then that's what I'll do.
Hey, just occurred to me, every superhero has a sidekick, right?
With the greatest amount of respect, I will not be your sidekick.
Aww.
Maybe later. How about for now I be your wingman?
Alright, I'll take it. That can even be your codename, Wingman.
My heart shifts as you feel your relationship with Skylar evolve from friend to wingman. Am I trying to set her up on a date? Is she gonna go and try and steal Brendan away? I don't know. Strange things. Strange things.
Later, back in your dorm, you discover a letter pushed underneath your door.
Thanks for handling that. She tried to vanquish my guys a couple of times. It's getting fucking goddamn really annoying. Keep her out of my hair and you'll be rewarded. S. You gained 3 points with Silver. Okay. Hell yeah. Oh man, I really like Silver. I think he's been written brilliantly. Like, he's just trying to do right by these idiots, but he keeps getting into really shitty situations because of it. Oh. And we got the... You bond with Blue under the Charmander Everall. You bond with Dawn under the Snover Everall. Janine Salander Everall and Mankey Everall. Silver under the Golbat for Everall and Nimble Everall. Sonia under the Growlithe. Yellow's overjoyed. Of course she is. She loves them Everalls. And Night. Yeah, sure. What you're saying is alright, Sonny. You sure what you're saying is alright, Sonny?
Do you not believe me?
Nah, I believe you well enough. Just, you know, being an influencer and all, I've heard a fair share of digs about myself.
These aren't just rumours, Raihan. I was here last year. I saw her.
Fair enough, yeah. I try to keep an open mind, though. Seems like some kind of mild disagreement. Hey, what's up? Alex, how you doing, mate? Can't complain. What are we talking about?
Who else? Melody.
Sunny is trying to convince me that Melody's pretty much the devil herself. Of course, I trust Sunny, but you get in the DMs of any one of my haters and I'd sound pretty off myself.
I'm not the only one. Ask anyone who was here last year.
Well, I suppose I could, but...
Look, there. Brawley.
Hey, Sonia. Hey, Sonia, Rad, what's up?
It's Melody. Raihan here isn't believing what I'm telling him about her.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's been a big pain in the ass already.
No less than 3 reports about her already, and those are only the ones the disciplinary committee felt needed our attention. Of course, there's little we can do to elevate the issue to Dean Drayden.
Crikey. You mean she's actually that much of a problem?
We, as the acting student council, should not tell stories that paint the students under our responsibility in a negative light.
I'm totally going to anyway.
Brawley! Just one story. You know I love telling that one. One supposes a dry recounting of the facts would not be out of line for a
Fucking hell, her acts like... These three, this is so difficult accent hopping.
One supposes a dry recounting of the facts would not be out of line for preparatory purposes. I feel as though I've opened some sort of door I can no longer close.
Excuse me, Roxy. Alright, now you three listen up. Big Brother Brawley's gonna tell you a seafarer's tale that'll chill your bones more than any story about Sharpedo or dead waves could. Should we grab some popcorn?
Raihan, be serious. This is a matter of survival. Brawley, remember, recount only facts. Let us not speculate on possible other misdemeanors.
Given Melody's rap sheet, there's hardly a need to embellish. Hey, clear the air. I'm getting into my groove. And by all means. Last year, I shared one class with Melody. Just one. We didn't homeroom together, but we had an elective together. We were taking Instructor Juan's elective.
Oh, yes, I remember Instructor Juan.
Not ringing a bell?
He taught water classes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and he was a teacher of Instructor Wallace. Mentored him, apparently. Not in Cobacon, but back in Hoenn, in Pacific Log.
You mean Sutopolis?
Huh? Do I?
You do. Damn. I spent so long trying to figure out how to pronounce that.
Anyway, that part isn't important. Melody and I took Instructor Juan's elective together. And what I saw in that class... Some people are just bad apples, you know? Well known for spoiling the bunch. Unless immediately removed from the barrel. She hated Instructor Juan.
That's speculation.
Nah, she straight up said she hated him. The two would get in arguments all the time. Melody would even start screaming at him in class, and he kicked her out of a class of ton. We're pretty sure her grades were in the toilet, and she was angry that he wasn't bending the rules for her.
Please remove the speculation from the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, one day Instructor Juan just straight up disappeared. And I'm not pointing fingers, but there's only one person who hated him enough to make that happen. You make it sound like she had him kidnapped. Well, we know where he is. He's running the Sutopolis gym, but he disappeared from his teaching position without a word of explanation to his class. We, as student council, had to field tons of confused questions about where he was and what his students should do. Damn, what happened? Well, I stepped up, but I'm not much of a water type teacher. Mostly focused on fighting type, but the class was like totally sunk without someone in charge.
He was very noble.
I only taught that class for like a week, then Chef Kofu took over until Instructor Wallace decided to try teaching.
His students seem happy enough, but it's an irresponsible choice. Teachers hold the livelihoods and futures of their students in their hands, not something to be done on a whim.
Roxy's a Stephen fangirl. She took it very personally when Wallace trounced him.
Speculation?
So, Melody got a teacher fired. I mean, that's pretty bad, but... Baton pass, Brawley. I'm up. Got it. You've only begun to hear the start of this story. And this is where it gets grisly. Brawley attended class with 3 women of unparalleled beauty. Yes, Roxy? Something you'd like to say?
Unparalleled beauty is an unverified matter of opinion.
My mistake. Perhaps you would forgive me if I would apply for that descriptor for you instead.
Well, it's still subjective.
They were known as the Sensational Sisters. Their names were Daisy, Lily, and Violet.
The most popular girls in school. They were solid Teflon, never bothered, never harassed. Truthfully, I would have given anything to be one of them. But I suppose I was doomed to their shadows, given my name was not a flower.
Sonny, your last name's Magnolia.
It's not the same!
Feels the same to me. Yes, they were powerful, practiced and perfect. We, as the student council, were often forced to negotiate with them, given their sway over popular opinion. But I set the tower up now just to make its eventual destruction ever more poignant. Melody managed to steal their boyfriends.
That's not confirmed.
Whatever the case, one after another, their boyfriends broke up with them publicly. You have to understand the social stigma here. All 3 of their boyfriends were ace members of the battle team. They, in turn, were the stars of the cheer squad. We have a cheer squad? Boy, do we. Nearly got stuck in that changing room.
Right. Leaf told me about that one. She rescued you, right?
That's one interpretation of events.
Sorry. Carry on.
So yes, as I was saying, social stigma. They were the perfect pairs, created out of perfect people. To break up, whatever occurred must have been tremendous. We, the student body, were left and nonplussed and wondering. Might be a typo, I don't know. That might just be grammatically incorrect. I don't know. Until, of course, everything became incredibly clear. Violet's, or perhaps Daisy or Lily's, I don't remember which, ex confessed to Melody. Clearly, Melody had managed to seduce the 3 most popular girls' boyfriends away from them. Really? Roxy? That's speculation, right?
It's permissible.
What? Is this because he called you pretty? I'll call you pretty too. Later.
Faulkner, please wrap up.
Well, whatever happened, Melody managed to break up the 3 biggest couples in school in one fell swoop.
Roxanne,
why did I say her name? Jesus Christ.
high school level nonsense.
That might be it, but it was immensely entertaining. Roxy, if you would.
I have not much to add. There is only one thing I am confident of, one thing I can say that requires no interpretation or imagination to bring into truth, and with no further preamble, Melody is absolutely untouchable. For whatever reason, nothing any student, teacher, or even Dean Drayden does can affect her. We are regrettably amongst that powerless number.
You're telling me even Drayden can't just expel her?
For one reason or another, no. I am all but certain that she could walk up to Dean Drayden, steal his Pokemon, and he would not lift a finger against her. It's true, she gets away with everything. Some people think she's blackmailing Dean Drayden somehow.
I saw her today. She wasn't wearing a uniform.
Among her least offensive infractions, and yet still one that aggravates for no good reason. Well, Raihan, I hope that I have made the veracity of Sonia's statements clear to you. I also heard that she was kicked out of this school for being violent towards her classmates, and even teachers. We cannot confirm that.
I guess I should have listened to you then, Sonny. Sounds like you were pretty right on the money.
Thank you. As the acting student council, we of course seek the success and happiness of all the student body. That being said,
stay away from Melody. For your own safety, bros.
In lieu of perfect information, one can only act on the information that is immediately apparent, and the information that is apparent in this circumstance is quite telling.
Well, thanks for the news. Won't spread it around, honest. Not worried about that. I follow your roto photos. I know you're a good guy. Happy birthday, by the way. It's your birthday, Raihan? Ah, yeah. Sorry, mate. I was trying to keep that under wraps. Oh? Sorry, bro. I believe that's our cue to depart. Please make it back to your dorm shortly. Curfew is soon.
Raihan, why were you trying to hide that it was your birthday?
Nothing serious. It's just, you know, you and Nessa are enough. Besides, people send me gifts all the time. Stuff for me to try, give me stuff for free. Birthdays really aren't that special. And I'm already older than most people here. I don't want to draw attention to it, right?
You're hardly Opal's age, Raihan. You don't need to worry about seeming old.
You say that, but it's amazing how quick your demo drops off when you hit 25. Of course, got a few years till that, but I'm not in any hurry. Sorry, Raihan. I wish I knew it was your birthday. I'd have brought a gift. Nah, I'm fine, really. Just promise me a good battle sometime later with that Pikachu, and I'll say you're good for it. Sure.
Right then, we should probably be heading back to our dorms, like Faulkner said.
Yeah, alright. See you later?
See you later.
You make your way back to the dorm, but weirdly, Yellow and Ethan seem to have already gone to bed. Blue is just sitting on the couch, looking forlornly at an Inferno and Logos mat. Leaf, sitting on the other end of the couch, seems to be trying to escape without being noticed. They really don't get on. Hey, Blue?
Huh? You're back.
True. Guess game night's cancelled?
Guess so.
You talked to your grandfather?
Yeah, I talked to Gramps. I know how Eevee works now, so that's great.
Are you going to tell us?
No. Information is power. I might be able to surprise one of you two and beat you with it.
Yeah, I probably should have expected that. Well, the air here is like really awkward, so I'm just going to go to bed.
Aw. You wait for a while, but Blue doesn't say anything more. Following Leaf's lead, you also go to bed. Fuck. I should text someone before I head to bed. I'm used to texting Astrid! Ooh, we could get Brawley to level 4. Whitney's nearly level 5. We've been texting Leaf like every night, but... I think it might be time to pivot away from Leaf. I need to get Clara's deeds. Flannery doesn't like me. What have I done to you? Okay. Nate. Dawn, Bianca, Hilda, Nessa. I don't have Rosa's deeds, so I can't message her. Maybe I'll message Blue? No? Brendan? let's get Brendan to the next level. Screw it. Want to text Brendan? Yeah. Just thought I'd text. How are you doing? Hey, bro, long time no talk, maybe. I don't remember. He's just texting all caps. I don't get it. I don't understand you, Brendan. Oh, God. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is where this episode of Pokemon Academy Life Forever is going to end. The first day of week 8. And we end with a little bit of a sadness going on in life. And it's going to be pretty interesting seeing what goes on, because everyone seems to be depressed in our dorm. So yeah, that's where we're leaving it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.